Let's bring in former FBI Special Agent and Navy SEAL Jonathan Gilliam. Look, Jonathan, certainly a wonderful development. Everybody wants the release of these hostages. But there are also reasons to be concerned, from raising the price of future hostages to giving Hamas time to reload. What's your biggest worry with this deal?
Well, biggest worry, first and foremost, is that you can't trust anything Hamas says. They're Iran. And basically, when you speak to Hamas, you speak to Iran, and you can't trust any of them. That's the first problem. The second problem is when Israel pauses, it gives Hamas the ability to relocate with wherever they are in Gaza. It gives them time to move the rest of the hostages. And this is something everybody needs to realize, is that when you make bargains with bad guys to get hostages and they still have more hostages, you may actually be causing more problems because you're losing leverage on the enemy. And that's my worry. I mean, I'm happy that they're getting these 50 people out. There's no doubt about that's 50 lives saved. But at the same time, there's still a massive amount of hostages there and an incredible number of Hamas fighters that are tactically going to use this 5-day pause to their advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. This deal would release about 1/5 of the Israeli hostages, so the work certainly continues. We're also learning that there have been now 66 attacks on U.S. forces since October 17th, and yesterday the U.S. hit back, this time in Iraq, hitting a facility used by Iranian proxies. There are a lot of Republican lawmakers, Jonathan, who feel like our response hasn't been strong enough. What do you think? And if not strong enough, what should we be doing?
Well, it's not strong enough because what actually is it doing? I mean, you're hitting random places. This reminds me of the Bill Clinton days when something would happen, he would just hit random places that wouldn't affect anything tactically or strategically. So I don't think that these blows that we're sending out there are doing any damage in the long run to stop Iran. Again, these are all Iran or Iranian fighters, no matter which place you go. That's the same group. We have to figure out how, first of all, how to get Trump back in office. I mean, that's the first thing, because Biden, as we look at him historically, does not react to any of these things properly, if he reacts at all. And the second thing we need to do is start figuring out a way to take Iran, the leadership in Iran, to take them either down a notch or just take them out. Because when you do that, you take away the problems, the majority of the problems that we see right now.
You mentioned that you don't trust Hamas. I think that is a logical conclusion. I don't think any of us trust Hamas. My big concern is this notion that, yes, women and children will be released, but teenagers are considered children, and a lot of these teenagers are basically the same as an adult male and can continue to commit terror acts. There's also what Jeff Paul mentioned, the logistics of getting these Israeli hostages from point A to point B, then back to point A, making sure that they are safe. Describe the logistics from your perspective as somebody who needs to secure a location and the lack of trust that you have in Hamas to ultimately follow through on their promises.
Well, just like we've seen when they try to move Palestinians out, they use that as an opportunity to gain leverage using propaganda. They either shoot or kill their own people and then blame it on Israel. And my fear is, as they move these people out, that they will do something nefarious. I mean, look at the atrocities that they committed before. It would not surprise me if this backfires and they kill these hostages in plain view, thumbing their nose at Israel. But logistically, clearing an area where you can bring them out takes a tremendous amount of people and firepower and overwatch. And as I was mentioning to someone the other day, last night when I was on Fox, a former IDF soldier, Israel doesn't ask for help. And just after 9/11, all of our allies came together. We went to the Middle East. We fought that fight together. I wish Israel in the United States and any other allies would do the same in this case and help them in securing this area so they can move faster. The response I got from the former IDF soldier was that Israel doesn't need help, they just need support. And my response to him would have been, well, you wouldn't be in this situation if you didn't need help. And right now, this is the world's fight, because as we saw with the Houthis, the more that this progresses, the more it's a problem for the entire world.
Yeah, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu called this a lull in fighting, not a ceasefire or a pause. He also says we are at war, and we will continue the war until we achieve our goals. Jonathan, thank you so much for joining us this morning.